Come on. Oh, we're connected. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Just Whenever. Our beautiful photo today behind us was sent in by LaVonna Schmid, and it is Granite Lake, Arizona. Isn't that pretty, Brenda?
Yes, it is. It's beautiful.
And
I'm shocked to see that they grow those big trees in Arizona. You know, sometimes when I think about Arizona, I think it being not trees.
A desert.
But I see that there are gorgeous trees.
And a beautiful lake.
Yes.
Well, come on in and get a seat. We're going to talk to Brenda, and we're going to talk to you. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Pull up a chair and tell me how you been. We're fixing to sing, and I'm doing the lead. So if you would do the harmony, but if you can't sing in tune, well, that's okay because we can't hear you. Just don't forget your decaf on sweet tea. Then sit up straight and sing along with me. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Hey, come on in.
Pull up a chair and tell me how you've been. Just don't forget that unsweet tea. Then sit up straight and sing along with we. Sit up straight and sing along with me. You can go as deep as I can.
I can. The men's section of the choir.
You were always in the men's section?
Well, my voice, I don't know, it just is so deep. That when I used to go to a little church called Providence. That's in Linden, Alabama. So if you're from Linden and you're watching today, I was in the choir and they put me up there with the men. I was so embarrassed. I didn't stay in it very long.
Well, what'd you think of my church today?
Oh, I loved it. We went to a really big church today in, how do you say that?
Grace Church.
I know. Humble. That's
Humble,
it's
Texas.
Not humble with the H, or is it spelled with the H?
It's spelled like humble, but it's pronounced humble. They never pronounced the H. I guess they didn't hear that was part of the
They
word.
started off with a lot of praise worship, which I love, and they just sang that, and my heart was moved, and obviously everybody else's was too. The preaching was wonderful. It was so good, and we left with full hearts and full spirits.
Yeah,
it was a great service.
Brett Jones, our pastor, he shucked the corn, as we would say back home. Hey, y'all, we're excited about Walt. Now, Walt is your son-in-law, and his last name is?
Merrill.
Merrill, that's right.
But it's spelled with two E's, Merrell.
Yeah, and he is not only a great writer, he is the attorney, the district.
He's a district attorney of Covington County in Alabama, Covington County, Alabama. Yeah. And he and my daughter Hannah have 3 girls. Their names are Bay, Cape, and Banks. And then my son has 2 children, Isabella and William. So I've got 5 grandchildren, y'all.
And he does a podcast, not a podcast, on Facebook, called Shepherding Outdoors. Mm-hmm. You can look it up, search it on Facebook.
And how he started that was, when you're the daddy of all girls and all they want to do is play dress-ups and Barbies and baby dolls, he just wanted to kind of bond with his girls, so he started shepherding them outdoors.
Oh.
And so he writes stories, and they're really good. It's about our family and a lot of other good.
And if you've never followed Brenda Gantt, you need to know there are a lot of people out there trying to be Brenda Gantt.
They're fake.
They're fake. And her Facebook page looks exactly like this. I'm going to see if you can see it.
Probably
but
not.
here's the thing. There's 2 things. Yeah, well, it won't focus.
No, it won't.
Okay, y'all, there's 2 things you need to know. You got to go to Cooking with Brenda Gantt.
Right.
All the others are fake. Cooking with Brenda Gantt. And you will notice there's a blue check mark by her name. That means it's the official page. and she has 3.1 million followers. So if you go to a Brenda Gantt page and you think, oh, I'm there, and they don't have 3.1 million and growing quickly followers, you are on the wrong page, and we don't want you going to the wrong page because you'll get her videos, but like months later, and because they've taken them off of her page and they've created a fake page. This is how they do it, these scammers.
Well, what they do too, on this page, it says follow, so you press follow and then you're following me. On some of those fake pages, they ask you to join. And they're doing Mark the same way, y'all.
There, you just.
You just got to be careful.
I have 1 point soon. This week will be 1.3 million.
And
followers.
then some fake people out there copying him.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's a multi-billion-dollar business. That's why I share with you all the time, about the scammers. But we're not here to talk about scammers. We're here to talk about Walt's book. His volume 2 of Shepherding Outdoors is coming out, or it's already.
Well, he just got a few left, a very few left, and they're all be sold out. And they're going to be delivered in November, just in time for Christmas.
And what is that 800 number they could call?
Let me look on my little pad right here. I wrote it down for y'all. It's 1-800-3. 1-800-361-8059. Or you can or you can just go to shepherdingbook.com.
Shepherdingbook.com.
And see if you can get you one. They really are good. You'll be laughing and crying.
Yeah.
There's stories in there about me and everything. So it's a good book.
It
really
is.
a good
I
book.
love it. And he loves the Lord, and it's obvious when you read his stories, and I love reading them online too. Now your book, your second cookbook.
Well, I'm sold out too. Y'all wait. If you want it, it's too late for that
it's too
too.
late.
Yeah, they could call and get on a waiting list, but that's
Really?
no sign they're gonna get it.
Wow.
There's
See,
a
that's
paper
why you
shortage, y'all, in America today. We barely got the ones we got. I mean, I told y'all to pre-order, so we found enough paper to do that.
Wow, isn't
you're
that
gonna get
something?
your book.
You have to look for paper now.
No, that's right. Let's sing.
All right, let's sing something. Let's sing. What do you want? Look at all these songs here. What do you want to? Let's just pick any one you want
well,
out
let me
of
see
here.
if I know all the ones you know.
I know these are right out of the Baptist hymnal.
Oh, really? Power in the Blood. Then.
Power in the Blood. Where is LMNOP?
Right here.
Power in the Blood. All right, let's go to this.
Put the
Here it
words
is.
up
Here,
there.
I'm gonna. Would you be free from your burden and sin? There's power in the blood. Power in the blood. Would you live evil a victory win? There's wonderful power in the blood.
That's so true, y'all.
There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, Lord, there's power, there is wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Would you be free from your passion and pride? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Come for a cleansing to Calvary's tide. There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. In the precious blood of the Lamb. Oh, yes, that's a good one.
You know what somebody told me one time?
What?
That when people get dementia, there's so much of that in America today.
Right.
That their singing and music is the very last thing to go.
I believe it.
And so, if you've got somebody in your family with dementia, play that music for them because that is soothing to them and it brings back memories. and they actually can sing along. They remember the
My mama
words.
did. Oh, listen.
I mean, and it's amazing. But that is the last thing to go. So memorize your songs.
I have video of my mama with full-blown dementia singing every word to every hymn.
That's what I'm saying.
But when she stopped, she couldn't carry on a conversation at all.
No. Have y'all noticed that out there? Tell me if you have, because I want to. I'm reading some up here and seeing.
We got Carol Hart.
Beulah Land. I don't know all that one, but I know
you
that.
don't know Beulah
I
Land?
know part of it.
We can sing
I'm
it.
longing for you.
There you go.
And someday.
Okay, here we go.
Where are the words?
I'm
to
fixing
that?
to pull them up. I'm kind of homesick for a country to which I've never been before. No sad goodbyes will there be spoken, and time won't matter anymore. Oh, think about it, y'all.
It's true, y'all.
Beulah Land, I'm longing for you. And someday on thee
I'll stand.
they're my home.
There my home shall be eternal. Beulah Land, sweet Beulah Land.
Oh, that's beautiful to sing.
I'm looking close.
Now,
There you go.
Across
Across the river.
where my faith will end.
Where
my
faith will end inside.
There's just a few more days to labor. Then I'll take my heavenly flight.
Then I'll take my heavenly flight.
Oh yeah, let's sing, everybody. Sit up straight.
Beulah
Land, I'm longing for you, and someday
on thee I'll stand.
they're my home.
There my home shall be eternal. Beulah Land, sweet Beulah Land.
Beulah Land, sweet Beulah Land. I bet you that's the first time you ever sang a complete solo on national internet.
Well, and my voice is so low, it's not good.
So
but
pretty,
hey,
though.
you know I can't
You know
get
what?
high notes, y'all.
It's, you know what? It's anointed though.
Is it?
Because you touched my heart, and that's
Oh,
how
that's
you know.
Sweet. That's sweet.
You know, and you got a sweet little voice, I think.
Thank you. Well, you know, God's hearing our heart. He's not hearing our voices anyway.
That's right.
Just because one sitting next to me could sing better.
Yeah. Someone said, "What are y'all cooking today?" Well, Shelly's coming over a little bit later, and she's frying us some fish outside.
I'm gonna like Lacey cornbread to go with
She's
it.
going to make the Lacey cornbread. Colleen's making coleslaw and potato salad. She's already got those made.
And we're gonna have Carol made a pound cake, and we're going to have pound cake ice cream, strawberries. And a Cool Whip on the top.
Yeah.
And so that'll be good. And there's somebody talking about dementia patients.
Yeah.
There are actually scientific research that confirms that music is good for
Jim Smith says.
dementia patients.
Look it up on Google Scholar. I've never even heard of Google Scholar.
Well,
What's
now we
that?
know. Now we know. But
You'll be amazed. He said there's actual scientific research that confirms that music is good. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
so if you've got a dementia patient, y'all know that my husband had what's called vascular dementia. It's a fast type of dementia. You know, a lot of people talk about dementia and they think the only kind that there is Alzheimer's. Well, that's not so. There's about 12 or 13, I think, different kinds. And he had vascular, which means not enough oxygen to the brain. So
From sleep apnea, didn't you say?
well, it contributes, but injury to the head, like football injuries, falling off the back porch, I don't know, just different things. But I will say that I asked our music director from our church to come over and sing to George, and our music director plays beautifully the guitar. So he came over and he played, and my husband, who couldn't even really talk, he listened, and then he started singing with the music director. But even when he couldn't do anything else. So it is good, y'all. Don't take music away from your dementia patients.
I've met so many people.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I've met so many people who say that their mother or dad passed into the next life listening to Gaither videos, all those old hymns.
Well,
that they
and it
raised
brought
on.
back memories to them.
Sure.
Our music director even played an Elvis song, and he loved that too, because we both loved that to listen to old Elvis, especially that Blue Christmas.
A friend of mine he passed, and you know what he had them take his body out to?
What?
Achy, breaky heart.
Oh my goodness!
I think I'm going to have him take me out singing, "If you don't know me by now, you'll never know me." That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little late to get to know me.
George picked a real perky one. I can't remember what it was, but it was perky. I remember somebody sang it in certain church one time. He said, "When I die, I want y'all to play that one." So we did.
Oh, wow.
We
You
did.
don't remember,
somebody.
huh? That'd be fun.
So
to know.
it was really good though. It was an upbeat.
Well, y'all, I'm going to be showing you a
It
video.
says, "Are we going to see that beautiful kitchen?"
Yes.
Your kitchen? Yes, y'all.
Yes.
I'm going to show it on my video in just a few minutes.
Yeah. She's uploading. Let me tell you what we're doing. She's uploading a brand new Cooking with Brenda Gantt video on how to make toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's something she had never done before, but Dina taught her how. And so she's going to share it with you.
But the first meal we cooked at Walt's, listen to me, that's my son-in-law, at Mark's, is that he just got his new kitchen, and I was the first one that got to cook it. I was so excited. But we cooked breakfast. Yeah. And we cooked biscuits, and y'all are going to get a kick out of that, y'all. He didn't have a thing I needed. I had to make my own buttermilk out of milk and vinegar. We had to, let's see, what else you didn't have? You didn't have self-rising flour. He had plain.
And that egg of grease you used.
Oh, yeah, the solid grease I had to use. I mean,
Wesson
they turned out pretty good.
They were great.
They turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm always talking about using what you've got. Well, it's not just in cooking, it's anything.
Yeah. And you did. You used what you had.
Yeah, and so we got full. And we cleaned the kitchen up. Once we figured out how to run the stove, it's so big and fancy. I mean, you know, y'all have seen my stove. I've got 3 eyes that work on it. The rest of them have had it.
Wow.
So anyway.
Well, you need to get you a new stove. Break down.
Well, I don't want to, and here's the reason.
Why?
Because if y'all have noticed it, you cooks out there, you know what I'm talking about. The new stoves have this element on it. It's computerized, that if your eye gets too hot, it turns off. It thinks, well, it's too hot, I'm gonna turn off. So your eye turns off for a while, and then it flips back on. So if you're frying okra, let's say, and you turn your grease on, it's good and hot, and you're putting your okra in, it's frying and doing so good, and then all of a sudden the stove decides, hey, I'm turning you off for a while. It turns it off, and the okra absorbs all that cold grease.
You can't disconnect that thing?
No, and then it turns back on and finishes. So
Well,
anytime a computer knows more about cooking than I do, there's something wrong.
yeah, I guess 3 eyes will have to do.
Well, I'm gonna get me a stove man out there and see if we can't take a part off of an old stove and put it on mine.
Oh, that'd be good.
I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Well, I'm going to upload a behind the scenes. See, while the Andre was filming her, I was back of Andre filming everything, and so you'll see all the behind the scenes of Cooking with Brenda Gantt
Right.
segment.
Right.
And then she's going to upload the segment. So you'll have 2 opportunities to learn how to make a fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And you'd never had one.
No, I hadn't. And when I tasted it, I realized that would be a great fall and winter thing for the children because it's warm. It feels good.
It is. It changes everything.
So
hey,
anyway.
looky there. The Collingsworth family are watching. Hey, Collingsworth
She says,
family.
get a gas stove. I don't have gas. I live out in the country. I got an old propane thing.
Propane?
Propane. I
Yeah.
could use that, I guess. Let's see.
You
Yes,
can get new
Brenda, the
elements.
stove element something that doesn't work. I see that. Mark, have you ever seen you in concert? When is your next one? Hello, Mark and Brenda.
Just go to
Hey,
marklowry.com.
she says yuck on, hey, darling
On
Carolyn.
what? Okra?
On the peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, really?
Hey, darling, you gonna love it, baby.
You will,
gonna
Carolyn
love it.
Olson. I don't know
Says
what you're
she loves
yucking.
okra. Old Rugged Cross. That's my daughter's favorite. My daughter's Hannah. She loves that.
Okay, Robert. Why don't we close with that today?
Okay.
Now we told them all about Walt's book. I hear there's about 400 left.
I don't know. He heard it somewhere.
If you
I don't know.
want one, go get it. The
Now.
telephone number is, I'm gonna give it to you one more time. You can dial 1-800, write this down, or rewind the video when I'm done and you can see. 1-800-361-8059. Or go to shepherdingbook.com.
That's it.
Let's close for that dear man who asked for the old rugged cross. I love that one too, and I never get tired of singing it. Do you?
No.
You
It's
said-
all about the cross, y'all.
It is. If
all about
if
the
he's
cross.
not risen from the dead, we are fools.
Never heard of that sandwich.
All right, everybody, sit up straight and let's
Oh,
sing.
this one is a low one, y'all. I don't know if I can keep up with you, but y'all try.
And exchanges. Oh, I gotta get the words up.
For a crown.
Lord, help me, Lord. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. To the old rugged cross I will ever be true. Its shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday. Then he'll call me someday to my home far away, where his glory forever I will cling, and I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Repeat that. I will cling. Yes, I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Brenda.
That went out to Hannah. I love you, darling.
Oh, you know what? I never dreamed when me and my friends decided to come visit you at the Cottle House that we would become friends.
I know it, isn't it
And you would
something?
visit my home with your friends that I dearly love. your
Aren't they
friends.
great?
Oh my gosh.
They're so great. They're in there cleaning up the kitchen.
Yeah, we know how to use them, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We do. But we had a good time, y'all. It is wonderful to be at Mark's house. He's just such a wonderful host, and
Oh.
he's got a little pool in the backyard. And so Carol and I got up the other morning, and we got on our suits, and we got out there in the pool for our exercise, we called it. It was just the two of us. And so we swam, and a few minutes later, I mean, it was early in the morning. It was like 7 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
And so I saw a light come on in here. It was Mark. He came out there and drank a little coffee with us, and so we had a good time. I wish I could get back in the pool, but we're going to do a fish fry tonight.
Oh, yes, we are.
So I don't know if I'll pool it today because
Let-
we'll be doing some stuff.
Let me ask y'all something, because I asked Brenda this and she had never done this. But when you eat fried fish, and today I think it's what they say, crappie?
Yes.
Crappie.
That's what they said.
And so it's fried. Do you ever take a slice of onion? Try this, y'all, I promise you. Hot fried fish with a slice of onion and
Eat them
bite
together.
the whole thing and
Eat 'em
eat it together, and you will cry. You will write me and thank me. There's something happens. It's like putting a pickled beet on a Ritz cracker. It changes everything. The beet gets sweeter.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know. My mama used to make pickle beets.
Oh.
She did it, y'all. It's so easy. She just took a can of a can of beets, like you buy in the grocery store, just a big old gallon can, drained all the juice out and filled it with, put a lot of sugar and vinegar in it, let it sit up, and it turned into it. It was so good.
I love
I do.
pickled beets.
I like it with green beans. I like pickled beets and green beans together. And somebody asked if we don't do another printing of the cookbook. It's not in my sights right now. Maybe one day, but not right now. I just barely found enough paper to do this one.
Isn't that interesting?
And then
that
it
you
makes me
had to
wonder
find paper?
why didn't y'all do it when I told y'all to? Why didn't you order?
Well, maybe they're following a fake page and didn't know about it.
That's true, because fake pages don't normally tell that.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're following
That's right.
Cooking with Brenda Gantt. And y'all, you won't regret it. I'm telling you, she does have a gift. When she looks in that little phone of hers sitting on an oatmeal box and she says, "Hello, Facebook friends," there's something that happens and you can't look away. It's like a train wreck. You got to keep watching.
I'm really trying to help y'all.
I know you are.
But I do now. I do love Jesus, and
Yes.
I'm a saved person. I'm a saved soul, and so I'm just trying to help y'all know how to cook before I leave to go be with Him.
Well, you're not going today, are you?
I don't know. You never know.
never
That's
know.
the thing. You never know when that day might be.
You
I
don't
mean,
know.
you don't know.
You got to make sure you've had a good last meal. That's why I eat a good meal every meal if I can. I don't like to waste a meal, do you?
No.
No, I want it to be good.
And sometimes I just want a one-pot meal, like some steamed cabbage, like I told y'all the other day, and a piece of cornbread. That's plenty for me.
Oh, yeah, with
I don't have
pepper
to-
sauce
No,
on the
I don't
cabbage.
like
You
it
don't
on-
like pepper sauce on your
I
cabbage?
feed it on my turnip greens.
Oh, I love it on cabbage, too.
I don't like it on that. I don't know.
Okay. Well, y'all, isn't this fun? I wish you lived around here. We'd do a show together all the time.
Well, we can't. I got to get back home to South Alabama.
Andalusia, Alabama. Y'all, she was horrified by the streets in Houston and how the traffic is.
I'm from a little tiny town, y'all. Andalusia, Alabama. It's the bottom of Alabama, 35 miles from the Florida line. and I hear that there is a storm coming. So I've got to get back home and, I don't know, get back home and wait, I guess.
And wait.
There's
Do you
nothing
have-
you can do about
Do
it.
you have a storm cellar?
No.
I used to have a friend who had
George
one.
and I we've got a big dining room table.
Yeah.
And we used to get up under that and hide. And so I had this little tiny porch. Y'all have seen these 1970s houses. That's what I've got. It's got this little porch. You can barely get 2 rockers on it. And if you get the rocker on it, you got to turn it sideways so you can rock because there's no room. Well, the storm came and it knocked off our front porch. And George looked at me and he said, Brenda, he said, you fussed about this porch for 30 years. He said, this is your chance. The porch is gone. If you want a big porch, tell me now. And I'm going to build it. And then after that, I don't want to hear another word about porches. So he built me this big front porch. And when y'all see me on it, that's the one that he built for me.
Oh,
And I love it.
and y'all were married 50
We
years.
were. We've got a swing out there and rockers, and it's just a great place to be. And in the South, if y'all are watching in the North, well, in the South, you need a porch because you can use it really almost every day of the year.
Oh yeah, I mean, on my porch. I have my fireplace out on the back porch because you don't want an indoor fireplace in Texas.
It's too hot.
But it will get cold enough to where it's nice to sit by the fireplace outside.
So anyway.
All right, y'all. Well, we've enjoyed talking to you. Love you. Thank you for always dropping whatever you're doing every time you get a notification that I've gone live. And I know if you're not following Brenda, you need to. Cooking with Brenda Gantt. And y'all, I will see you. I think you're leaving in the morning, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Going back to. I thought you were
Gotta go
staying till
back.
Tuesday.
No, we can't. We can't. Got to get back.
All right, y'all. I'll see you when I see you.
Bye.